Welcome to this Nuclear Energy Podcast hosted by the Global America Business Institute. My name is Alan Ahn, Director of Programs and Communications at Global America Business Institute, or GABI. I have the pleasure of having Dr. Keung Koo Kim from the Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute, KERI, with me. He's been at KERI for more than 3 decades. He's currently the Vice President for smart development in the Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute. SMART is Korea's small modular reactor. Could you tell us a bit about the history of your work with SMART and all the projects that you've done at KERI since the last, 30 years or so?
Yes, so I started my working career at the Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute from the 1981, right after graduating the university. Before I engaged in the smart development project, I had worked for the CANDU reactor pure localization project and Hanaro research, which is the name of the multi-purpose Korean research reactor, Hanaro design and construction project. Both projects are successfully ended in the year 1994. So since 1997, I have participated in the smart development project, and currently I'm in the charge of the whole smart project in our country as a vice president of the KERI.
First of all, tell us a bit about what SMART is. Obviously, it's an acronym for a much longer name for the reactor. And what has been your involvement in the SMART program?
You know, the SMART is the name of the advanced small sized modular reactor, which is developed in our country. SMART is developed for the dual purpose, such as the electricity generation and the seawater desalination or district heating. The standard size of SMART is designed to deliver the 100 megawatt of electricity and 40,000 tons of fresh water simultaneously. Based on the Korean consuming the standard, this electricity and the water will be sufficient to the city of 100,000 populations. Well, again, I participated in the SMART project in 1997. When at that year, 1997, it was launched. This project is launched. Now I'm in charge of the whole SMART development.
SMART is well known throughout the world as basically the first licensed SMR. Right now, what are your main priorities and challenges in terms of developing this technology?
Yes, you're right. Yeah, it is licensed from the Korean Regulatory Authority. After some intensive licensing review process by the Korean regulatory body, standard design approval for the SMART was issued on July 4th, year 2012. This marks the first license for an integral type reactor in the world, and the SMR. It means that all the new technology which was implemented in the SMART was proven and validated. So SMART is ready to construct. You ask me the challenge? Yeah. So there is one challenge to construct. The challenge is to construct the first of kind construction. So currently we are very closely cooperating with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to construct the first unit of SMART.
In your cooperation with Saudi Arabia and on smart development has obviously received a lot of attention worldwide. What do you see as the main selling points for SMART or of SMART for different prospective markets and countries interested in SMRs in general?
Yeah, you know, when we start to develop the smart technology, we had 3 major design goals, which was to enhance the safety, improve the economics, and easy operability. So we developed the smart based on the target. So it is very important to keep the balance in the safety, economy, and operability. If you focus too much on the safety, you may miss something else, such as economy or operability. Let me give you the one example. Some SMRs are submerged under seawater like a submarine, French design. So they are going to use the seawater as their ultimate heat sink. So their safety is quite good. But how can we easily access the maintenance and how about the operability? You know, the steel is not good for the water condition. We need a special treatment for the water. And ultimate heat sink will be necessary only during the accident. In the normal operation, the water is not it will be the obstacle to operate or maintain the reactor. So this kind of the new environment condition will have some difficulty in the operation and maintenance. So we keep the balance. Smart has the balance to the economy, safety, economy, and operability. That is the selling point for the smart.
There's been significant interest in small modular reactor designs throughout the world, both on the part of potential vendor supplier countries as well as client customer countries as well. Figures to be a lot of competition in a future SMR market. I think you hinted at some of these factors already in your answer just now. But what do you think is going to be the key drivers or factors that is going to affect the outcome of this competition?
Yeah, someone emphasized the reactor safety first, but I would like the important driving factor will be the economy and operability. Mm-hmm. So most SMRs are very safe because the SMR has the inherent safety feature to enhance the reactor safety.
Sure.
So we must demonstrate the economy and operability through the first unit construction.
Okay. So trying to achieve the most economical way of producing and manufacturing the unit. Already you mentioned the cooperation with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Do you foresee maybe other opportunities for international cooperation with regards to the development of SMART and its ultimate deployment?
Yeah, we the Korea and Saudi Arabia has the cooperate as a partnership. Mm-hmm. So we call the SMART partnership cooperation. So our cooperation is not a typical cooperation between the technology seller or technology holders, technology buyers. I mean, so we are partner. We jointly promote to the all other world, including the MENA area, the Middle East and the North African area, and the Southeast Asia, and the Central Asia. We have a focus on the whole global world, and to deploy our technology to the global world, we focus on how can we promote this technology to the other world, especially SMR will be more attractive on the development country and small country. These countries are a little bit difficult to establish the infrastructure to introduce the nuclear power plant for their country. So Korea and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia thinking about how to make easy these newcomer country will introduce the smart technologies to their country. So we are going to provide the total solution to the country who has interest in our technology.
Obviously, as you described, the partnership with Saudi Arabia is something that's more than just a client and a seller.
Yeah.
You know, there's obviously it's a deep partnership.
Yeah.
Do you think that there might be a similar type of partnership? Is there an opportunity to expand the partnership beyond just Saudi Arabia, that there might be a partnership with some of these other countries as well going forward?
Yeah, we have a plan. Actually, our country and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is a partnership, which is own the technology.
Yeah.
So we are going to expand this partnership cooperation as own, for example, the smart owner countries. So we call the multilateral collaboration within the smart owner country. So if any country who own the smart, who introduce the smart, we are going to support the whole kind of the maintenance service or training service. So they will, we make the newcomer country to easy introduce the smart.
Okay. So there is opportunity for other investment
Yes.
and participation in the supply chain as
yes,
well.
Yes,
Okay. All right. Well, there's been so much interest around smart in many different places. So, to hear from you, Dr. Kim, on all of these issues, I mean, it's a real privilege. Thank you so much for spending your time with us, speaking with me, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Okay.